What is up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to give you guys an update on what's going on with my accounts and stuff like that. First of all, the 90% off on Boonlocks sale ends this Tuesday, so I don't know if they're gonna have another one. Most likely, probably yes. They don't give me a heads up like Apex does in terms of sales, so I'm not sure if they're gonna, do a 90% off. I'm not sure if they're gonna do 83% off, 95, 93, I don't know, but I will definitely let you guys know. But just so you know, the last day for this sale is Tuesday, so pick some up. And the good news is, with your guys' help, I'm finally gonna be able to get my order flow chart from Trade Devils. I'm extremely happy about that because I really like trading the footprint and not trading, but watching the footprint and using that for confirmations with my actual strategy. I just think that it's awesome. In my opinion, it's awesome because you have to see what's going on in the candles. But anyways, so onto the accounts. I have been trading the PA or the master account, again, very slowly, one contract, just nothing crazy. Point and a half, 2 point scalps, nothing crazy at all. I want to build it up to $1,000, and then once I hit $1,000, I'm scaling it to 2 contracts. That way, if I make a mistake, I still have plenty of room for error type of thing, right? And then I'll talk about these two in a minute. I am doing a 12 or 100k evaluation, not again, but as well. And I want to get used to trading with size, and which, by the way, I don't recommend if you're a beginner trading with a 100k account with 12 contracts. Again, to me personally, when I do these evaluations, I go max contracts. Why? Because, well, I can pass evaluations easily. Well, not easily, but with reasonable time and amount of like contract sizes, right? Because 3 contracts and 3 contracts, 5 contracts on the evaluation to me is really not a huge deal at all. I see evaluations as a sim accounts. That's how I perceive them. And that's what they are. Essentially, they are just simulation accounts. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years, so I don't care if I fail. I don't care. If you can get another account, $15, $17, whatever it is, easy. All right. So there's a bunch of sales going on all the time. Point is, to me, the evaluations, they don't really matter, right? Right now, what matters to me is the master accounts, the PAs, right? That's where I want to focus on. So again, I don't recommend if you're doing max contracts on your evaluation, especially if you're a beginner. If you've been doing this for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever, yeah, you can go max contract, I don't care. But if you're a beginner, please don't do that. That's a really quick way to destroy your confidence, because again, at the beginning of the stage of your journey, right, confidence is very like critical and it's very like fragile. So make one mistake and with max contracts and you lose $1,000 and boom, you're done. So it just brings it slows down your progress. That's what it does. Anyways, I am doing, again, max contracts with 100k, and I'm doing 11 contracts with a scalp, whether it's like a point and a half. Usually it's a point and a half, sometimes 2, and then 1 contract just like a runner. And the focus for next week for me will be focusing on the runner, because I think I do eventually, and I say eventually, probably next 6 months or so, I do want to start trading with a runner, because sometimes those do make a huge difference in your P&L and just overall math, right? So I do want to trade with a runner, and I want to practice trading with a runner, right, and manage my runner and stuff like that. So yeah, 100k account, again, doesn't matter if I pass it or not. It is what it is, but I am up 2 G's on that. The target profit is 6, so far so good. And I just got this account last Thursday, I believe. Yeah, Thursday. So not a bad start. I do want to mention, actually, a couple things. Number one, when you do get your funded account with Boonlocks, okay, very important, if you have like a second one and a third, and by the way, you can only have 3 master accounts. You can trade only 3 at one time. You can have more than that, but there's a little asterisk there, and I'll talk about it in a second. But let's say if you have 3 master accounts just like I have, and this is why you see like all these $10, $1, you have to trade them. You have to place a trade on those accounts every 5 days. Okay, meaning a trade has to be executed on that account every 5 days, otherwise they will close that account. Let's say 5 days gone by, you haven't placed one single trade, they will close that account. They wouldn't warn you, they don't tell you nothing, they will close your account. And the reason I found out about this is because I kind of read the fine print, so to speak, and I kind of stumbled it on accident. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I actually had to ask one of the help desk people, whatever, like what's going on there, and they're telling me that you have to place a trade every 5 days on the master account, otherwise it will get closed. So the workaround that is just trade MES, right? MES or MNQ, whatever you trade. Just place one trade with one contract, and that's it. Win or lose does not matter, as long as a trade has been executed, you're good to go. And I do this basically every Monday, right? So tomorrow's Monday, I'm gonna have to place a trade. Win or lose does not matter. Just make sure that I don't want to make sure that my accounts don't get closed, right? And then another thing, right, is that so you can only trade 3 master accounts at one time. You can't have more than 3, but and I'm not too sure on this. I think I misunderstood this. So the way I kind of understood is that you got to have $1,600 in profit in order for you to get another account, like a 4th account, right? For example, I think, or maybe all 3 has to be in $1,600 in profit, like in a safety net. So don't quote me on that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out, do a little bit more research tomorrow or whenever, because if I do pass this account, I'll have 4. That means I can't really trade this one if it's going to be a master account. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research on that, but it's something like that, so don't quote me. But the 5-day rule is legit, and it is real, and it will close your account 100% without a warning. So anyways, here's my trades from Friday. Again, green arrows is the ones that I was thinking about taking, and the red arrows obviously my executions. And the first arrow is basically second entry short. Now this is pre-market, so I don't really trade pre-market, so I don't know if you do, but this is how I saw. You have a channel working down, you have a break, and you low expected. This is second entry short at the key entry point, at the view up as well. That's a no-brainer right there. I do have a couple legs down, and then price starts to reversing. There's a higher low here that I kind of like, but it's within the 5-minute open, and I don't trade first 5 minutes, so I had to skip that. There's a second entry long here, but it's at the EMA, so it was a little bit risky, but it's kind of forming this bigger channel that's going to be in play later on. You do get another second entry short and a triple test as well. I mean, second entry long and triple test. Pretty straightforward trade. This is where I like to see instead of like this. I don't really like this close. I like this close a lot better. And my first trade for that day was, again, this is from Friday. This basically the way I saw, you have a break and you high already in place. Yes, you might get a second leg up, but I did see a lower high and plenty of room to the EMA. Got a 1.5 out of this, and they like 2.5 point runner. I think no, it was 1, 2. It was a 2-point runner. That's all I got out of that trade. And then you do get basically a triple test, and also kind of like a lower high. But I saw this triple test, and the way the price was working, I kind of saw this almost like a range. There's a trade here, but I wasn't too sure on that, just because there's not really like a second entry, nothing like that. But it is at the support. You can clearly see it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of support there, so maybe if you want to risk it, it's probably more than 3 points. Yeah, 3 points. So a little bit too much for me. And then my second trade was basically I saw as a failed breakout. Now it is a little bit gone too far to be a failed breakout, so it is aggressive. So maybe I got lucky, maybe not, I don't know. And it's one of those things, like this one of those trades that when you do have that footprint, it actually will confirm your kind of like analysis, right? Your decision, so to speak, because you'll see like where are the where are the sellers, where are the buyers. You see the max delta, min delta, you see the delta change and all that stuff. You see things start to shift. I mean, and yeah, too bad I just don't have it right now, but when I do have it, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And yeah, basically a 1 point scalp, and then 2.25 point, or 2.25 point for the runner. And it's one of those things where the runner could have been really nice, could have captured this whole thing. And honestly, most likely probably not, just because I probably would have trailed my my runner. I usually like to trail my runners behind each candle, so I would have stopped out here. So either way, and my last trade was basically second entry short, textbook. You have a channel working down, you have a break, 2 legs up, and then basically you're looking for a retest of this lows. And this is pretty much just textbook trade. Again, not much for a runner. I believe it was 2 points. I did get a little bit of slippage here as well. So it is what it is. But those are my trades from Friday, and I called it a day. I don't really pay attention too much to the rest of the chart. So yeah, those are my trades for Friday. This week coming up, we have lots of news. I do believe we have FOMC as well on Wednesday. I don't think the Fed's gonna lower the rates. I don't see it happening at all whatsoever. Maybe in September, but that's just my guess. But the way things are going, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. But it's just me. I don't know anything. I don't really have a degree in economics, so to speak. So don't take my word for it. But yeah, that's it for me. That's it for the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Peace. What's up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. I haven't posted in quite a long time. Well, in the past week I've been kind of busy. Let me start over because this intro is trash.